In this tutorial, we'll explain how to set up WooCommerce DHL Express Plugin with print label. Once the plugin is installed and activated, click on DHL Express option in the plugin settings. In the latest version of the plugin, the settings are categorized into 5 tabs. First, we have the General Settings, which contains API settings, settings to enable services, and shipper address settings. Next, Rates and Services tab contains settings on how the rates will be displayed, and DHL Express services to be enabled. The Label and Tracking section consists of all settings related to printing label, shipment tracking and pickup option. In the Packaging tab, you can define how items have to be packed for shipment. And finally, the License tab, where you can enter your license key and email address to activate our WooCommerce DHL plugin. To get started, move to General Settings. In the very first setting, you should enter your DHL credentials. If you do not have any credentials, sign up to a DHL account, and you will be provided with credentials. For more information, refer our product documentation. Once you receive these credentials, you can enter them in the given text fields. You can switch from test mode to live mode when providing respective credentials. The site ID and site password are validated from DHL. In the next section, you can enable required services. To provide DHL real-time rates to your customers, tick the first option. To enable printing shipping labels for your packages, tick the second option. If you wish to provide insurance option to packages, tick Enable Insurance. Further settings appear, where you can select a custom currency, and specify conversion rate for insurance as well. In addition to this, you can even provide an option for customers to choose insurance option themselves, on checkout page. A checkbox will be provided on checkout page, where customers can choose to add insurance to their products. If you are not getting rates, or are facing some issues with the plugin, you can enable the developer mode to troubleshoot the plugin. Once enabled, you can see the request and response information on cart and checkout page. The next setting displays the default currency selected in the shipper address of the plugin. You can even set a conversion rate, to convert your DHL account's currency to your store's currency, defined in the WooCommerce General Settings. Lastly, enter the shipper address. Remember to enter these details correctly, as this address will be used to calculate shipping rates. Once all settings are configured, click Save Changes. Moving to Rates and Services tab. If you wish to show estimated delivery date and time for products, enable the Show Delivery Time setting. Instead of showing all DHL services, if you wish to show only account-specific rates to your customers, you can enable the Show DHL Account Rate setting. By default, all rates are shown inclusive of additional charges required for shipment, like weight charges, handling charges, and so on. You can choose to show breakdown of these charges. You can also choose to show only the cheapest rates, instead of showing all the services available for the customer's shipping address. Next, you can set a custom method title for DHL, and specify the availability of the shipping method. Choose appropriate option, and move further. In the next setting, you can select desired DHL services that you want to offer to your customers. You can specify custom text for methods, and enable desired DHL services. You can as well set a price adjustment. You can set an amount, or percentage value for each service. To offer a discount in shipping rate, enter a negative value. For markup, enter a positive integer value in the respective shipping service. Finally, save the settings. Let's now move to parcel packing settings. Our WooCommerce DHL Express plugin provides 3 parcel packing methods. You can either pack items individually, and specify the desired package type. There are 3 package types. The DHL box type is the most commonly used, and is populated by default when you install the plugin. Flyer option is suitable for binded documents, and flat materials. And the custom box option, which you might have defined in your DHL account. You can also select the desired unit for weight and dimension. The second option is to pack items into boxes with weights and dimensions. You can enable desired boxes, and customize as you like. You can use predefined box sizes, or add a custom box size of your own. For this option, it is mandatory that weights and dimensions are specified for products. The last option is to pack parcels based on ordered total weight. For this, you need to specify the maximum weight for the package, and choose how the items should be packed. That is, you can either choose to pack heavier items first, pack lighter items first, or pack purely divided by weight. Unlike box packing, there is no need to specify weight and dimensions for products. Finally, click on Save Changes button to save all the settings. Moving to our final set of settings, to configure label and tracking. In the first set of settings, you can see some of DHL's special services, like paperless trade. With this service, you can electronically transfer commercial and pro forma invoices, instead of printing their physical copies. This free service will save your cost and time. By default, items are not delivered on Saturdays. If you wish to deliver on Saturdays, enable the appropriate option. An option to choose delivery on Saturdays will be given to you, while creating shipment. Next setting is to enable cash on delivery. This service will create shipment with cash on delivery option. With the next setting, you can select the DHL service chosen by the customer during checkout, to be used while generating labels. If this option is unchecked, all available services will be shown to you, while generating labels in the DHL Express setting. In the next setting, the services selected in the Rates and Services section, will only be displayed while generating labels. To support UTF-8 character set, enable the UTF-8 support setting. This setting will be helpful while printing labels for UTF-8 characters for languages like Chinese, Japanese, and so on. The next setting configures a single-click download for labels and invoices, instead of following traditional document printing procedure. Moving to shipping label settings. In this setting, you can select desired label size, and output type for printing the label. In the shipping content setting, you can enter custom text description, that you would like to include in shipping labels. You can also select a custom company logo, that should be printed in shipping labels. Next, you can select the personnel to whom duty, or customs amount should be charged. It is required for non-document, or dutiable products. You can charge the shipper, recipient, or select a third party, by providing respective duty bill account number. If you wish to include airway bill, tick the Request Archive Airway Bill checkbox. You can choose to opt for either one, or two documents to be included. In the next setting, you can select default domestic, and international service for bulk shipments. Choose the desired services, and move further. If you wish to generate return labels for your shipments, enable the Return Shipment Label setting. An additional text box field appears, where you can enter your return label account number. This account number will be provided by DHL itself. Next, tick the Enable Tracking setting to include Shipment Tracking Service. Further settings appear, where you can enable tracking information to be sent to customers, with a custom message. The last setting in Label and Tracking section, is the Pickup option. Once you tick the Enable Pickup checkbox, further settings appear, where you can specify number of days for schedule pickup, provide pickup time, and details of pickup personnel. Once all settings are configured, save changes. Here's a sample shipping label generated using our WooCommerce DHL Express plugin. A return label will look something like this. If you enabled Archive Document, here's how it will look. And this is how a commercial invoice will look like. To know shipment tracking status, open an Order Details page, and click on the search icon, right next to the shipment tracking ID. For customers, the tracking status can be viewed in their Order Details section. Here's how a sample shipment tracking status will look like. You have now configured all the settings for WooCommerce DHL Express plugin with print label. Here's a look at how DHL services will be displayed on checkout page. To know more about the plugin, refer the product page. You can also check the product documentation for the same here. And for any queries, feel free to contact our support team. We'll be happy to help you out.